Good morning. Good morning. Welcome back. I want to say thank you. I'm so grateful for everyone who's been supporting the channel, everybody who's commented. I've been reading your comments and I try to respond to all the comments, but if I don't respond, please don't take it personally because sometimes I miss them. Occasionally I don't see them when they are first added to the videos. But I'm going to be going back through all the videos and looking at all the comments so I can add you to this drawing that I'm going to give away. And I'm trying to get as many people in the drawing as I can. So I'm going to end the drawing for the free reading for the month of March that was supposed to end at the end of last month. I'm going to extend it through Sunday, this coming up Sunday. So if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, like any video, and comment on any video, and I'll add your name to the drawing. And I'm looking forward to giving that away, and I'm going to let Spirit choose who wins that drawing. I haven't figured out yet how I'm going to do that, but I'll figure it out. Spirit always helps me figure things out. Excuse me. Alright, so I don't see a lot of negative energy this morning, and I'm so grateful for that, because yesterday was a taxing day, to say the least. I'm going to be going through all the signs again, and I will be doing another twin flame video for the sign of Pisces. Yesterday's video was not a twin flame video, but I know a lot of you want to see the twin flame readings, so I'm going to do a twin flame reading for each sign. And if there's a reading that's not twin flame, I'm going to do those also. I'm just excited to be able to do this for you guys, and I'm so grateful that you're here and that you are connecting with me by your intuition, because Spirit has gifted all of us with intuition and with other gifts that we need to be using for the greater good. For the greater good. That's what for. And I'm just grateful that I'm starting to see more people in the readings. I'm so grateful to be seeing you guys and to be able to read for your situations. And I wanted to explain a little bit more about something that I saw yesterday, because I'm new to this. So I've done this my entire life, but as far as actually doing a YouTube channel and reading for you guys, Spirit is showing me. Spirit, what are you showing me? Maybe I'm not supposed to tell you. Okay, well, let me just say this. The way that I've noticed that this works, for me anyway, is that I have sensations in my body. I'll feel certain ways. Sometimes when you see that the videos are always going to be different, because sometimes, depending on who I'm channeling, I have had videos where I cried the entire video and couldn't figure out why I was even crying. It depends on who I'm channeling. Sometimes my voice will change. Sometimes my actual physical appearance has changed. Like, I look just different. I don't know how to explain it. It's like the essence of me looks different. As I said, I will feel sensations in my body. I can tell when somebody's got a severe blockage in their chakras. Just know that when you come here, the experience is never going to be the same, because it depends on what Spirit is having me channel and who Spirit is having me channel. I do get people's loved ones who have crossed over that come through, and sometimes I hear songs. I even sing sometimes, and I can't sing. I mean, like, I have the most awful singing voice ever, but it's like when I sit down here, and even before, because I feel it before I come and sit down, it's like I go into a trance. And it's not that I can't come out of it and go back into it. I can move back and forth. But somehow I go into a trance-like state, and I see things. Like when I pull cards, I see things. Like you see the image on this card, but when I look at it, I see something different every time I look at this card. And so if I'm reading and I don't read this card out of the textbook and tell you the textbook meaning of this card, don't be alarmed, because as with the mediumship gift, it's not about reading the textbook readings. Anybody can learn the textbook readings. I'm using my intuition and my third eye to interpret what's coming through from the spirit world. And that's what I was going to say. When things come through and the messages might be strong or they might be difficult to hear, every message that comes through is for our greater good. And so Spirit will sometimes correct us to keep us from getting ourselves hurt or in trouble. And so if it sounds like, and sometimes Spirit uses humor to get our attention, to talk about serious things, but the message is always received by us the way we need to receive it. So Spirit comes through and Spirit will say things and do things so that we can digest the message. Okay? Now, when I was meditating a while ago, I did receive a vision. And in that vision, I saw somebody that was climbing up the side of a mountain. It was like a very rocky, very dangerous climb that it was almost too steep and too difficult. But this person was climbing with all of their might to get to the top of this mountain. And then when they get to the top of the mountain, they just kind of sit there and hang out and look at how far they've come. Okay, that was one thing I saw. Then I saw somebody standing up in front of a room full of people, maybe a teacher in front of a classroom or something, and they were holding a book, and they were looking at the book trying to teach the people that they were teaching, but there was nothing written on the pages. So kind of like what I was just describing to you, where the cards might say one thing, but I tell you something else. This person had a book, but it didn't have any information in it. So I don't know how that relates to the message, but somehow it will probably play into it. And that's another thing. Everything that happens during the time, from the time I sit down here and hit play on that video or record or whatever, from the time I sit down here, and even before, because Spirit will let things happen to me before. Like with my friends, there'll be scenarios that come up, and my friends probably think I'm always talking to them, but I'm not. It's just that Spirit allows us to have scenarios to come up in our lives so that I can communicate better to you. But everything that happens from the time I hit record on the video until I hit end and I post it, everything that happens is significant. So if you hear somebody talking in the background, or if you hear a loud noise, I think yesterday I was playing cards and I flipped over a tower and we heard a big crash in the background. I mean, that was significant to somebody's situation. Everything that happens, when my dog growls, when my dog barks, during a specific part of the videos, everything that happens for a reason. Okay? And I don't always notice. And sometimes the camera will, like my phone will give a notification at a specific time when I'm saying something. And it's Spirit emphasizing, yes, that's correct. The trinkets will fly out of my hand because sometimes it's almost like somebody just thumps them right out of my hands. In fact, there was one that went flying yesterday. I still haven't gotten up off the floor. But just know that whatever you see here is always going to be different, because Spirit does what Spirit wants. And I allow Spirit to do that through me. So let's get started this morning and find out what Spirit has for us. So like I said, there was the mountain climbing, the rock climbing, or whatever that was. And I also saw the Hanged Man for some reason. this morning. I saw the hangman. And I'm also seeing the moon and the hermit a lot, and the star a lot for some reason right now. But we'll see what comes out, because sometimes I see things and they don't come out. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. Sometimes I say things and then the cards come out right behind my words. And you'll hear me clarify that what I'm saying is true. Because a lot of times Spirit will show me something and then I want the cards to show that I'm seeing what's right. So that'll happen a lot too. But just know that I'm grateful that you're here. And I'm here because I want to connect with Spirit and I want to connect with you. And I can't do this without you. The only reason why this even works is because of you. Okay? That's the only reason it works. So thank you for being here. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. And like I said, like the video and comment on one. And I'll put your name in the drawing for a private reading. And not only that, but just so you don't miss any of the videos when I upload them. Because I upload every day. Or I try to. If I miss a day, there's a reason. And just know that every day I'm going to try and give you at least one video, and I'm going to try to go through all 12 zodiac signs throughout the week. And I'm also going to try to do a daily reading, which is what I'm trying to accomplish right now, is a daily reading. Spirit, can you give us a daily message for today that can help us to get through the rest of this day, the next 24 hours? So I'm setting my intention as 24 hours today. Okay? All right, Spirit. Can you give us something out of this deck that might be connected to whatever message you have for us? What message do you have for us today? These are my scripture cards. And I just use them because I try to use something from all different faiths so that everybody feels included. And there's something in every message from every faith that can help me if I'm open-minded. That's way too many, Spirit. If I could just get one or two. Spirit's determined to give me the whole deck this morning. What is going on, Spirit, that we need this many? Are we trying to climb that mountain? Are we trying to teach without any words on the page? You know what? This is not surprising because I'm feeling lately like I'm missing something. My joy feels like it's been missing. And that's exactly what came out, is joy. Choosing to praise God in all things. A happy heart makes the face cheerful, but heartache crushes the spirit. Proverbs 15:13. And we've been through some heartaches over the last year, haven't we? We sure have. We need our joy back, Spirit. Show us how we can get our joy back. Because it's hard. It's hard to be happy when shit's upside down, isn't it? It is. All right, Spirit. What do you want to do this morning? How do you want to move forward this morning? For some reason, I feel like I'm supposed to pull from this deck. At least one card from this deck. All right, Spirit. What do you want to say from this Sacred Destiny Oracle? I've got community, purification, action, and truth. I see butterflies. I see a forest, a beautiful wooded area with mossy trees. And underfoot is a lot of debris that's fallen from those trees. And then I see a beautiful field of sunflowers with dew on them. A lot of yellow standing out here. And then I see the ocean and action. I see truth. It's like a field with a lot of tall grass and a green tree in the middle with a beautiful blue sky. There's a lot of clouds showing up here. It's like this sense that we need the clouds to part in some way. There's a rainbow strongly standing out to me here. So somehow community, purification, action, and truth are coming out here. And then on the bottom of the deck, we have thriving. And I don't know what all that might mean, but we're going to find out. Spirit, can we please get one major arcana or whatever you want to give us to clarify this? What's the major arcana that's working in our situation, Spirit? To me, this is saying that this world needs to be purified of this COVID. And the way to do that is through action and honesty. And then we can thrive. That's what this is saying to me. And then I have the Lovers in reverse and the Devil in reverse. Right now, our communities need hope. We need that rainbow. We need that promise. We need to be healed. Our lands need to be healed of this deadly virus through purification. Because it's killing our beautiful lands. It's killing our beautiful people. Spirit, show us how that might be possible. Spirit says action, truth will lead to thriving. And then I see the stars aligning for this over here. I see pink. Pink is about spirituality. I see pinks and purples, and then I see a beautiful giraffe. And somehow, not having a choice, black and white are showing up here strongly. We have to have unity and love one another and put our differences aside in our communities. Somebody's got a beautiful Rottweiler. Oh my God, that dog is beautiful. It looks like you've been working out. Somebody's eyes are shiny, bright and shiny. It's like you got a set of eyes on top of your eyes. Somebody looks like they've been up all night drinking too much coffee too over here. You might be going to a meeting. You might be having a conference call, like a Zoom call, conference call. You might be listening to this instead of paying attention. Oh, I love you though. Thank you. Somebody has a goatee. Somebody has a baby rubbing their hand. Mama or daddy, I want something to eat, or I want whatever. Can I watch that show again for the 100th time today, please? I want to watch it now. I remember when my kids used to do that. All right, Spirit, let's take a dive into this message and find out what this might be about. Why are the Lovers in reverse here? Why don't we have a choice, Spirit? Somebody's defending a secret. There's a woman. There's a very passionate woman. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Defending hermit mode. Why are they defending hermit mode, Virgo? Clarify hermit in reverse. There's that hanged man. Somebody has plans for love. Somebody has plans for a lot of love, a new love, a brand new love. Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer they're looking for an opportunity for new love. So we have two women here. I don't know. There's a sense of hermit, being in hermit mode, but coming out of hermit mode. This could be a secret that's being kept. I don't understand, Spirit, how these two are connected, though. This is not having a choice right here. This person doesn't have a choice. Neither one of these people have a choice. One of them doesn't have a choice. This one's defending the truth. This one's defending the truth. And this one's not seeing this from a different angle. Spirit, how are these two connected? How are these two people connected? They're friends. They're friends that aren't reaching their potential. Because of a nightmare. So some of us are standing up for the truth. Some of us are standing up. Some of us are not standing up for the truth. And some of us are not seeing the truth because of our trust. Clarify this Nine of Swords. We're all friends. That nightmare. Well, it's time for this nightmare to be over. But we keep running back. What are we running back to? Clarify the Knight of Swords. Justice. Okay. What is justice? That could be something legal or it could be karma, but it's balancing out of two opposing forces. What is justice? We don't want to be deceived. We don't want to be deceived. Not being deceived. We want to have a new beginning, but we don't want to be deceived about what might be this nightmare. This could be about COVID, and some of us are defending the truth, and some of us are afraid to see things from a different perspective because of trust. But Spirit's saying we're not reaching our potential, and we're not celebrating our successes because we're living in this nightmare energy, this Nine of Swords energy. And Spirit wants us to have a new beginning, brand new everything. But we keep running back to this truth because we don't want to be deceived. We're afraid to move forward. So we keep running back and we stay stuck in this Nine of Swords energy. Spirit, we see what the problem is. Why is the devil in reverse over here? Why is the devil in reverse? Because Spirit's saying the anxiety and fear that you're fighting, I'm tempering it. I'm going to temper that. Spirit, how are you going to temper our anxiety and our fear? Spirit's going to help us with our anxieties and our fears, y'all. Spirit, how are you going to help us with our anxieties and fears? Spirit's going to give us victory over it, y'all. Spirit is going to give us victory and put it to rest. Spirit's going to put this to rest. This COVID mess that we're dealing with. Clarify what you're saying, Spirit, to be true. Clarify what you're saying. Are we going to have a brand new start finally and move out of this? Yep. Spirit's going to make it so we're no longer being deceived. Wow, Spirit, you're amazing. How are you going to make that possible? He's going to end. Wait, that might be us working together somehow as a community, taking action. Clarify us coming together as a community, Spirit, to stop this. Clarify that what you're saying is we're going to come together and we're going to work to stop this. Whoa, Spirit, that's a lot of cards. Dang, Spirit. Spirit is saying, okay, let me see. Hold on, y'all. Right now, we don't have a choice about having fun and socializing. But Spirit is going to help us to defend our need to come out of isolation. And somehow, there's a woman involved in this decision. A very creative woman, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, who's going to show us we're not reaching our potential. So Spirit can move us out of this. I don't know who that might be, but there's some woman that Spirit's saying is going to help us with this. Where are we moving to, Spirit, with this Chariot? Somehow it has something to do with an air sign and plans that Spirit has for this air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So apparently there's or maybe it's just connecting our passions with our voices. It might not be people, it might just be our passion and our voices coming together. There's a fire sign and an air sign. This could be twin flames. This could be twin flames across the board. Because right now there's a lot of air signs and fire signs being paired up to make a difference in this world. And this could be groups of people taking action about truth. It doesn't necessarily have to be individuals. It could be groups of people that Spirit is pairing up. And it might just be time for that particular group to come together in unity and to have union so that they can make a difference in this world. Because that's the whole point of twin flames, is to make a difference in this world. And for some reason, the fire elements and the air elements are being brought together. And we're not being given a choice because we keep seeing it over and over again. That Spirit wants us together to make a difference. Clarify what I'm saying to be true, Spirit. Is that what you're doing? Are you bringing us into unity so we can make a difference? Now we have air showing up. Female air. Are you going to show us that male? Oh, there's a choice. There's the choice again. To end this and be strong. So there's another woman here. That's the Lovers in the upright. Choosing to end something. This could be a relationship. Maybe it's two fire signs. And one of them's a Leo. The other one could be an Aries or Sagittarius. What are you saying, Spirit? Because I thought this was... There he is. Oh my goodness. Spirit is... Yes, that's what's happening here. Both fire signs and both air signs are here, y'all. Spirit is fixing to bring together the fire and air elements to end this difficult situation. Give us strength and give us a choice again. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. Without secrets this time. Without being overwhelmed by our sorrows. Wow, Spirit, you're amazing. Can you clarify what thriving means? What does thriving mean, Spirit? Socializing. There's a strong-willed man that's determined to have us socializing again. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And what else? The Ten of Pentacles. Everything. The American dream. The dream. It doesn't have to be American. It can be wherever. But the house, the car, the kids, the job, the career, the money in the bank, whatever that Ten of Pentacles looks like for you, it's going to be different for everybody. For some, it might be a beach house, but for others, it might just be a one-room apartment that's got running water and electricity. The Spirit's saying that this death, this COVID, is going to end, and we're going to have a new start that's going to lead us to everything we could ever want. So, we got the King of Swords. Where's that Queen of Fire at, though, Spirit? Because we need both, right? We need these to come together. We need our creativity and our truth to come together. There's that dang Hanged Man. There's that Hanged Man. When I said, where's that Queen? Spirit says, right now that Queen is okay by herself. Because it wasn't working. And so that Queen is trying to figure out what to do about that not working. Hanged Man. So right now our twin flames haven't come back together yet. They're still in separation. But Spirit is bringing these relationships to a head this year to help us move out of this difficult nightmare energy we're in. Wow, Spirit. Anything else you want to say? Dang, Spirit. Spirit, you're a mess. There's the Queen of Cups on the bottom of the deck. What we don't see coming is the earth and the air are going to, the earth and the water signs are going to do the same thing. Right now, we have this devil energy. We're remembering what it was like before COVID. And we're stuck. We're stuck on wanting things to go back to the way they were. But things aren't going back to the way they were. We have to create a new normal. And in order to do that, we have to come out of hangman mode. And we have to overcome wanting things to be the way they used to be. Because they weren't working. Spirit says they weren't working like that. They weren't working with only 9 cups, with fathers being separated from their children. They weren't working with single-parent households. It's time for Spirit to bring relationships back together. Divorce destroyed us. It destroyed a generation or two of our children because they didn't have both parents. It became normal for us to live in this Nine of Cups energy. Wow, Spirit. So whether this is individuals or groups, Spirit is bringing the elements that belong together back together. Spirit wants to bring families back together. So we're not stuck in Nine of Cups or Nine of Swords. Because we've been stuck in Nine of Swords because we want to go back to Nine of Cups. And the only thing wrong with 9 cups is it's not 10. But we have a divine love. And we have divine relationships that are going to change our communities by exposing truth. This is going to happen at all levels, on an individual level and a collective. These are just elements, but they represent parts of ourselves, our creativity, our fire, our drive to succeed, and our honesty. And when we combine our drive to succeed with truth, we're going to come out of hermit mode. We're going to come out of isolation. But we have to stop desiring to go back to the way things were and determine that we're going to create a better future. And allow Spirit to show us and guide us. Wow, this is just amazing. And then the next thing is going to be the earth and the water elements. Can you clarify that to be true, Spirit? Can you clarify that to be true? There's the Queen of Swords and the Knight of Wands. We're almost to the end of this cycle with the fire and the air. That's what that's saying. What comes after fire and air, Spirit? We walk away from what no longer serves us. And then the Queen of Pentacles popped out. Earth and water. Earth and water, y'all. Where's my water at, Spirit? There's that Nine of Swords again. And there's the Chariot. We have to stop fighting this new beginning. We have to stop fighting this new beginning and decide that we're going to get out of this Nine of Swords energy. We're going to stop begging for crumbs. We have to stop begging for crumbs. Then we can get our water, right? Got to be patient. Temperance in reverse again. Where's my water at, Spirit? Oh my God, y'all. And then Spirit says there's going to be some kind of tower that's going to lead us to the Ten of Cups. Remember we had the Ten of Pentacles a while ago. This tower will lead us to the Ten of Cups. And strength upright. We had strength in reverse a while ago. Now we have strength upright. It's going to make us strong and lead us to emotional everything. A while ago we had physical everything. This would lead to emotional everything. What's this tower though, Spirit? Can you tell me what the tower is? The Queen of Cups over here, y'all. The Queen of Cups. I'm telling you, I'm on to something here. I'm on to something here. Balance, happiness, cutting through the bullshit, the end of this difficult situation, the end of us not wanting to accept love, moving to something calmer, and the Hierophant in reverse. Why is the Hierophant in reverse though, Spirit? Let me get these cards back up so I can try to find out what commitment is going to be. That could represent something to do with some government, but I don't know. Let me see. What does the Hierophant in reverse represent, Spirit? 9 cups, y'all. The only thing wrong with 9 cups is it's not 10. It's our commitment to being a 9 cups society. Wow, this is a heavy, deep message. Anything else you want to say? This creative new beginning is coming. Why is the Chariot in reverse? Because we're not accepting this. We're in that 4 of Cups stubborn place. We want the 6 of Cups that we used to have. That old relationship that we used to have with Spirit. Clarify what I'm saying to be true, Spirit. Can you please clarify what I'm saying to be true? Death. Death. We're defending this truth about death. We're still defending this truth about death. We're still defending the truth about death. What do we need to do though instead? Oh, Spirit. Oh, Spirit. Wow. Spirit. The Fool, the 2 of Cups, the 7 of Cups in reverse, Judgment, and the Four of Swords in reverse. We need to have a new beginning with these divine relationships, with the divine relationships, with the divine. And know that we don't have any choice, that Spirit's not going to give us a choice, judgment. And then Four of Swords in reverse. We need to get off of our asses and do something about it. Stop resting, stop laying around, and get up and do something about it. Clarify what I'm saying to be true, Spirit. Jesus Christ, excuse me. Sorry about that, y'all. That was like determined to distract me from making this message. We got to stop defending the old way of doing things. This message is way too deep for me, honestly. Anything else you want to say, Spirit? But I'm telling y'all, I see this. This is what's happening. There's going to be a wheel. A wheel of fortune, Spirit says. This wheel is about to turn to make a difference in our lives. And we have to stop trying to go back to the old way and accept that Spirit wants us to move forward. Clarify what I'm saying to be true, Spirit. Wow. The Hermit. The Seven of Swords. Deception. Isolation. And then celebration. Not fighting this. There's 2 pages here. This is our children. This is our children. We're not fighting for our children to have what they deserve. We're allowing this deception to keep us stuck instead of celebrating and fighting for our children to have the love that they deserve. Wow, Spirit. We're going to, though. We're going to stop being deceived. Stop being in isolation. This is the way the wheel is going to turn. Deception. Spirit's going to shine a light on some deception that's going to lead to a celebration and not fighting our children. What are these pages doing here, Spirit? Clarify these pages. Why are these young people here? The High Priestess popped out. It's a secret. There's something here about children. Fighting children. Not fighting children. I want to know what's going on with these children, Spirit. What's going on with these children? That nightmare again. There's some kind of nightmare involving children. There's some kind of nightmare involving children here. Let me see if I can get some more clarity on that. And then what we don't see coming is the Queen of Pentacles. Again. What is this nightmare involving our children about, Spirit? Can you show me what this nightmare is that's involving our children? What is this nightmare involving our children, Spirit? Oh my God. Clarify this nightmare involving our children. Ten of Pentacles. What's the Ten of Pentacles? What are you saying? There's going to be some news about it. There's going to be some news about this. And it has something to do with the King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Not playing and being angry. This person's not playing and they're angry. It has something to do with the family. They're not playing and they're angry. What are they going to do, Spirit? Three of Cups is here. Clarify the Three of Cups. Queen of Swords popped out again. Fire and air. Why is she here? Why is she here? There's the Tower about our family. Look, the Ten of Pentacles is there. The Ten of Cups is here. Spirit's not really allowing me to see 100% what he's saying. It's saying. But it has something to do with a King of Wands, a Queen of Swords. And it looks like they're celebrating some kind of accomplishment. But there's going to be a tower that ends. There's a fire sign, an air sign, and a water sign. Yeah, I've been saying this for the longest. And there's some kind of celebration, and there's going to be news of this. And it's going to be a tower that tells us of the end of this water sign, this King of Cups. How might this happen? Somebody's going to walk away. Why are they walking away, Spirit? Because of manipulation and secrets. Anything else you want to say? And fighting. Manipulation, secrets, and fighting. And there's that Queen of Wands. Coming out of isolation, not keeping secrets. I wish I could tell you. There's that Nightmare card again. I wish I could tell you more about what's going on here, but there's something going on here. And it has something to do with community, purification, action, truth, and thriving. And I think it's on a more global scale, but it can be both. It can most certainly be both, because Spirit oftentimes will give me a message that's about both. I don't know what you're up to, Spirit, but I'm trusting you. How does the universe have our back? I don't even know if I want to post this message. I witness the darkness and call on the light with my prayer. Thank you, universe, for guiding me to perceive this fear through the eyes of the teacher of love. Remember the blank page in the Mountain Climbers? My energy creates my reality. What I focus on is what I will manifest. And then on the bottom of the deck, I find a deeper meaning and personal growth amidst the discomfort. All right, can I please get one of these for those who might see this video? Can I get one of these, Spirit? What can I do to make a difference? What keeps you up at night? What makes you cringe when you think about it, such that every ounce of you screams no more? Where can you create purpose out of your pain? Today's soul action. Make a difference in someone's life today, big or small, because all of it makes a difference. This one was flipped over too. Where am I called to use my voice right now? You have a soul script that was written to be spoken. Your story matters, and it's time for you to share it with the world. Today's soul action, share your story with at least one person. Be brave and speak your truth. Your voice will be the catalyst for healing in others. What do I resist feeling right now? We have to feel it to heal it. In order to let go of pain, we first have to honor its existence. Emotions are like waves. Some are soft, some are fierce, some are layered, and some will sweep you off your feet. When we allow ourselves to feel it all, we can release what no longer serves us. Today's soul action, allow yourself to feel this wave. Let it move through you. No matter how long it lasts, release it back into the ocean. Feel it, heal it. Enjoy the sweet freedom within your soul. I don't know what I was seeing this morning, but somehow these relationships that Spirit is putting together are going to be what helps us to move out of this Nine of Swords energy. And I don't even know what I was saying, but somehow I feel like it might make sense, but we'll see. Okay. Spirit, can you please show us how the angels have our back? These relationships, these twin flame relationships, are for more than just us to have a romantic partner. True twin flame relationships are for us to change the world. Wisdom. Spirit's going to give us wisdom. Angel of wisdom. There's that book. That book that teacher was reading out of. Anything else, Spirit? Music. Music is going to be important to these relationships and to how our world is going to change. Angel of grounding. Ground ourselves. We have to ground ourselves. An angel of happiness. Remember joy at the beginning? We need to get our joy back, y'all. And then angel of faith. Have faith that Spirit's actually going to do this for us. Alright. What next, Spirit? What next? What next? What next? Alright, just for fun, let's see what comes out of these cards right here. For our air and fire combinations, twin flame combinations. Spirit, what's going on in the collective with the air and fire? Woo! Spirit says, just say those 5 little words. You decide where to eat. This is just for fun, okay? Because nobody can ever decide where to eat. Okay, anything else for fire and air? Maybe that means we're going to have the restaurants open back up again so we can go back out. Forgive. Not for them. Do that shit for you. So maybe there's some forgiveness needed between those two elements. Alright, now for air and water. I mean, why do I keep saying that? Earth and water. Because there's relationships in all elements. That's why, Christy. And Spirit's trying to tell you that. Alright, so for any twin flame, what else, Spirit? Any twin flame relationship. Time for shit to get real. Get honest as fuck. Talking about that truth. Gotta have truth. Anything else, Spirit? That one flipped all the way over, y'all. Whoa. Spend time with Bae. Make art, love, or music. Fucking say it. Resentment kills the magic. Open your mouth. Talk. Use big words like validate, acknowledge, and empathize. We got to open our mouth. And when time for shit to get real, that's the same one. Get honest as fuck. So apparently we're all having trouble not speaking what's on our minds. And we have to do that in order for this to work. And then on the bottom, love can hurt like hell. Breathe through that shit. Can't it though? Alright, that was just for fun. Hope that made you laugh so we could add a little joy back into our lives today. Alright, trinkets, please, Spirit, for this message that I don't even know whether it made sense or not. If not, better luck next time, right? I got a big-ass infinity sign that I cannot get this heart off of. I don't even know how it got on there, but it's a heart that says love. That's a divine relationship if I've ever seen one. Hanging on for dear life to that love. I have that Mother Mary, you might be in the Catholic Church thing. And then I have I will. I have that Christmas tree. Christmas tree is somehow significant to somebody. I have that octopus because somebody's had their hands in too many pockets for this COVID virus. I have an anchor that's holding on to a cloud. I have an anchor with a wheel hanging onto a cloud. I have a cross. Maybe you believe in Jesus. I have an angel. I have a bee. Somehow bees. Oh, I told you. I have a clock dial. This is a zodiac, I think. I don't know, but it's cool. It's got Roman numerals around the dial. I have a snowflake. Snowflake. I have a wing. I have an elephant. An elephant. I have an owl. We gotta use our wisdom. That owl doesn't want to hang on to me. I have two swans connected. I have a pretty little flower. I have another elephant, y'all. Another elephant. I have a seahorse. I have a pretty little fancy heart. And I have, it's like a pouch or some kind of little bag that holds something important. Alright, can I have trinkets from this other bowl, please, Holy Spirit? Please, I hope this video makes sense. Somebody please comment on it and tell me it makes sense. Or just tell me it sounds crazy as hell. I don't care which. I have a cross again. I have another pretty little angel. I have that metal headgear, or maybe you're a mechanic, or maybe this is that Wheel of Fortune. I have love and beloved. I have the world. I have not one, but two cash signs. Two cash signs. Double emphasis on money. I have a leaf for the fall. Something's going to happen in the fall, y'all. I have that ball for that baby. You might play ball. And I have a tower. Maybe you live in a tower. Maybe you live in Paris. Alright, Spirit, can I have rocks, please, for this crazy reading? I have love, wealth. Somehow money is going to play an important role in all this. I have faith. I have friend. And I have peace. Alrighty then, that's your reading for today, Dreaming Dragonflies. Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video if you in any way liked it, or even if you thought it was crazy as hell and made no sense at all. Just let me know that by liking the video, and then comment on any video and I'll put your name in the drawing for a free private reading that's going to be given away Sunday night. Thank you. God bless you. Bye-bye.